Okay, everyone. So now we are making the program of whether a string is palindrome or not. Let us suppose I am taking an example here. If I am entering a string whose name is, let's say, MOM, which is mom. Now, if I reverse this, you know that the last letter is the M, so I make it first. Then afterwards, second is O, I am making it O. Then again, the first letter I am going to the last. So here you can see that if I reverse this string, then they both are same. So whenever we are entering a string, let's say it is mom, and it's reverse, that is again mom. If both are same, so that is called that it is the palindrome. There are various other examples, just like if you are simply entering 1 to 1, or if you are simply saying AKA. So they all are in reverse, will be same as the original. So these are the palindrome. So now we are making the program of palindrome string. First of all, we will start the program with the void main. Main is the driving function. Then after we are starting with the brackets. So here we know that we are going to take one string. So here we need an array of character because string is the array of character. So we are saying that char A10. So here we are declaring one array of character type. So here we have declared an array and this array is the A. And we know that array start with the index value. So here start with the 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So here we are having the character array A, which will be go from 0 to 9. That means there are 10 elements that it can store. Now afterward we are giving a message to the user that please enter the string. So we are saying that printf, then afterward we are saying enter string. So here there will be the message on the user screen. We know that we are using the printf function. So here on the top we are going to include the header file, which is #include stdio.h, which is standard header file for printf and scanf functions. Whenever we are dealing with a string, then here we are having one function gets. So here gets function is used to take the input directly. So here if I write gets A, now here direct input which will be given by the user, that will be taken. So now we are going to execute this program. So execute, compile and run. So here we are having the output window that enter string. Now here we are going to enter a string. Let's say I am saying A and K and A. We know that if I reverse this string, this will be the palindrome. So here I want that program should make this string as the palindrome. So here I am pressing enter. Program is over because here I have not given any statement. So now we are understanding that how this code is working. First of all, printf enter string. That means on the user screen we are having enter string. Then afterward user has entered A and K and A. So by saying gets, it is the direct function for taking input of the string. Get string, get s. That means get the string and store into A. So A is the array. So this string is taken and that is stored to the array. We know that here A, N, K, and A. This is the string which is captured. Understand that whenever we are using the gets function, then always the end of the string will be by /0. So here /0 is nothing but the end character. So by this end character, string terminate. So it will be given by the compiler automatically. Now we are going back to the code. So here user has entered a name that is A and KA, and at the end /0 is applied, which is the terminate character, which is terminating the string. Now we want that what is the length of that string which user has entered. So here we are applying a while loop. So we are saying while and then we are saying A. Now we need one variable. So here we are saying one more variable, let's say int. Now we are saying length. And we are assuming that right now the length is 0. So now we are saying that A length not equal to /0. Now afterward we are having the curly brackets. So we are saying length plus plus. Now we are understanding that what this code is doing. So here, first of all, we have declared one integer type variable which is length. So here one variable is declared in the memory, that is len. Len signified is length. And right now the value is 0. So here we are assuming that its value is right now 0. It may be having any address, let's say 301. We don't have to bother about it. Then afterward we are saying while a length, understand that a length. What do you mean by this a length? So here understand that a, the value of length is 0. So a0, what we are signifying? A0 is signifying a. So it is saying that is a not equal to /0. Is it true? Yes. A is not equal to /0. So it will come inside length plus plus. So here length will be incremented, that is 1. Again going back. Again it is checking a length. So a1. Now check a1, which is n. So is n not equal to /0? Perfect. Both are not equal. Again coming down length plus plus. So here length increased. Then further, here we are having the a2. So a length is the a2, which means a2, that is k. So here k not equal to /0. Perfect. Length plus plus. So length again incremented. Then further, again we are having back to the loop. Then again a length. So a3. Now a3, this is a, this is 3, which is n. So here n not equal to /0. Perfect. Coming down length plus plus. Length increased. Then further it is going back a length. So a length means a4 and a4 means that is a. So here a not equal to /0. Perfect. Coming down length plus plus. So here the length is 5. Now further going back a length, understand that a5. At a5 we are having /0, which is given by the compiler automatically. Now /0 not equal to /0, false, because both are equal. So here inner part will not execute, it will come out. So here understand that what is the length right now? The length is 5. So the string you have entered is of 5 length. You can check out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, the string entered by the user is of length 5. So by using this loop, we have taken the length of the string which is given by the user. Now we are going further. So now I am taking few more variables. I am writing here start, then end, then middle. So 3 variables I have taken: start, end, and middle. So first of all, we are assuming that start will be 0. So I am saying that start is 0. Then afterward I am saying that let us suppose that end will be equal to length minus 1. And afterward I am calculating the middle. So here I am saying that middle will be equal to length by 2. So here I have taken 3 variables and I have initialized. Now understand that this variable s we have taken. So here assume that in the memory one block is reserved with the name s. Let's say address is 401. And here I am saying start is equal to 0. So here start is 0. Hypothetically, if I tell you, I want that there should be a start variable which should be pointing to the very first block of array. Then afterward I am saying that e. So one variable e is declared. So I am assuming that one memory block is reserved with the name e. And here the address, let's say, is 501. Now e is equal to length minus 1. We know that the length is 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So here 5 minus 1 equal to 4. That means e value is now 4. Hypothetically, if I tell you, we need a variable which is pointing at the end block. Now afterward we are saying that m. So here one variable m is declared. This m variable, let's say the memory is 601. So here we are having m is equal to length by 2. We know that the length is 5. So understand that 5 by 2, that will be equal to nothing but 2.5. But here we are dealing with the integer. We are assuming that our system is supporting the lower bound value. So here it is taking the 2 right now. So understand that this 2 will be stored in M. So here it will be 2. Now assume that here hypothetically there is one variable M which is pointing to the middle of the block. So here understand that S is pointing to 0. That means which is the first character of the string. E is pointing to the 4. That means last block of array. Or we can say that the last character of the string. And M is pointing to 2, which is the middle of the string. Now afterward we are writing the code for checking palindrome number or string. Now afterward we are writing a loop. So we are saying that for start is equal to 0, start less than middle, start plus plus. So here it is the outer loop. Now inside that I am checking if array start not equal to array end. So here afterward we are writing that printf not palindrome. And once we find that it is not palindrome, we are simply writing the break. Otherwise we are making the else part, and in the else part we are simply saying that end minus minus. Now afterward at the end we are applying one if, and we are saying that if start equal to mid, then we are saying printf palindrome. Now we are going to execute this program. So we are going to execute, compile and run. So here in the output window, I am simply entering A and K and A. We know that it is a palindrome number. Press enter. We can see that number is palindrome, or we can say that string is palindrome. Now we are understanding that how this code is working. Now first of all, we have discussed that we have initialized S with 0. Then we have initialized E with length minus 1, then M with length by 2. So here all things we have initialized. Now afterward, it will come on the for loop. So here for S is equal to 0. So right now you understand that the value of S is 0. S less than M. What is the value of M? The value of M is 2. So is 0 less than 2? Perfect. So here afterward it will come down. Now checking if AS not equal to AE. So understand that AS and S is pointing on 0. So here A0, that means it is A. So talking about A, now not equal to AE. And we know that the value of E is 4. So here A4, that means it is A. So again, is A not equal to A? False, because both are equal. So this part is not going to run and else part will work. So here we are saying E minus minus. You understand that? E is pointing on the last. So here we are saying E minus minus. So value of E is now 3. So that means E is now going from 4 and shifted to the 3. So here we have reduced one number. Now afterward, it is a loop. It will go back and saying S plus plus. So from here we have incremented S. You understand that? From the last, E is decremented, and from the front, S is incremented. That means there is a comparison between second and the second last number. Now afterward, S less than M. So is 1 less than 2? Perfect. It will come down. If AS means A1, so A1, that is N. So is N not equal to AE? So understand that AE, and E is pointing on 3, that means N. So is N not equal to N? No, both are equal. So this part will not work, else part will work. Then we are saying E minus minus. Again, we are going to decrement the E. So here hypothetically we know that E is now shifted back from 3 to 2. It is a loop. It will go back. Again, S plus plus. So here understand that from the last we have shifted the E, 1 less, and from the front we have shifted the S, 1 plus. So here right now we will compare the middle element with the middle element. So now afterward it will check, is S less than M? So understand that the value of S is 2. Is 2 less than 2? But both are equal. They are not less. So here comparison will not happen because that is the same number. Now afterward the loop will come out and here we are checking, is S equal to M? So understand that S is pointing on 2 and middle is also 2. So both are same. So here that means 2 is equal to 2. So we can say that the number or the string is palindrome. So here we got the answer, that is palindrome. So this is the program of finding the palindrome string.